Hello my beautiful ninjas, it's Nani again, back to you guys with another video. Thank you so much for those of you who have recently subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate your love and support. I would also definitely want more feedback from you guys, so make sure that you guys leave your comments down below, letting me know what other types of videos that you might want to watch from me, and also just giving me kind of a feedback as far as what you guys like about the videos and the content that I've already been creating. So I would really appreciate if you guys can do that. But for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure that you get on the team, and also again, make sure that you click on that bell notification so you guys are always notified every time I upload a video. Alright, so as you guys can tell by the title, in today's video I want to talk to you guys about 3 major signs or 3 things that can help you to see or recognize or determine if you have a fake friend or if your friend is simply a certified hater. So make sure that you guys stick around for that, and also, like I said, make sure that you do subscribe for more, and if you're entertained, make sure that you give it a thumbs up as well. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so the first sign that I would definitely tell you to look out for, which is definitely a red flag in my personal opinion, is somebody that's in your inner circle that never, I would say, celebrate your blessings. That's a big no-no. If you have someone that's very close to you that cannot celebrate your blessings, whether it's a promotion that you got in your job, or maybe you just got a job altogether, or you were able to save enough to go on that vacation that you've always wanted to go on. Whatever it is, whatever the blessings that you have that God has bestowed upon you, if you have somebody that's in your inner circle that's supposed to know you, very intimately, and they can't celebrate your winnings, then that's definitely not somebody, in my opinion, that you should have in your inner circle. Because to me, I feel like that person is definitely envious of you. And if you have anybody that's in your inner circle that's jealous or envious, they're gonna do anything to sabotage your dreams. They're gonna do anything to sabotage your, self-love and self-acceptance. And pretty much that person wants what you have, and they're always going to be in competition with you. They'll never be there for all the blessings that, God has bestowed upon you, or all the things that you've been able to achieve in your own personal life. But of course, when there's some failures or some downtimes or some struggles or some just bad circumstances that you're going through, that's when they're your friend. That's not somebody that you should ever have in your inner circle, because that person is really a certified hater, and that person is not somebody that's genuinely there for you, and that's not somebody that you should really want to pour yourself into. Now, with all these signs that I am going to mention to you guys, of course, it's up to you as far as if you want to initiate a conversation with that specific friend that you have in your life, or friend, I would say, that you have in your life. But for me, I'm not going to waste any time or energy on somebody that's like that, especially if you've known me for long enough and we built something, we were supposed to build something together as far as a friendship where it's supposed to be trust in the friendship. We're supposed to encourage each other and uplift each other and really push each other to do the best that we can and to become the best versions of ourselves. If we spent more than, I guess a substantial amount of time getting to know each other and just being in each other's space and time and energy, and just me pouring out my, my heart, my goals, my dreams, whatever it is to you, and you can't celebrate when I am blessed in whatever way, then that's definitely not somebody that I need in my circle at all. They need to figure out their own issues on their own time. Whenever they get over their jealousy or envy, then that's when we can possibly have a conversation. But it's not something that I'm going to initiate myself. I'm just going to simply let them know that, look, I have to remove myself from you because obviously we're going on different paths. So that's definitely the first sign that I would tell you to look out for. If you have a friend that never celebrates your blessings, that person's probably a certified hater. Now, the second thing that I would say to basically try to determine if you have somebody in your inner circle that, like I said, is just a hater, or is envious of you, or jealous of you, or just somebody that just really doesn't have your back and it's really a fake friend, is somebody that I would say is, how can I say this? I would say somebody that doesn't share their successes. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that if you have somebody like a friend in your life that's, financially wealthy or something like that, where they don't buy you things. I don't mean in the materialistic type of way. I mean information, knowledge, connections. That's what I mean. So if you have a friend that's doing very well in her business, or you have a friend that's doing very well in whatever it is, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it is, but they never are willing to share with you how they were able to get their successes, it's like they're selfish with the information, they're selfish with that knowledge, then that person, I'm sorry to tell you, but that person is a fake friend. Because at the end of the day, if you have somebody that's, you know, loyal to you, somebody that wants the best for you, they're going to share every single thing, every single detail with you as far as what it took for them to get to where they are. They're going to connect you with the right people if that's, you know, the situation. They're going to connect you with the right information. Whatever it is that they're able to do to help you to grow, even if it's something that maybe they feel like, you know, you're better in a certain area. And I'm just going to give you an example just to kind of help you guys to see exactly what I mean. Let's say, for example, you work at, you know, let's say you work at a job, for example, and, you know, you're doing really well, you're making great money for yourself, and you find out that there's an open position at your job. And of course, I know that they say don't mix business with pleasure, but I'm talking about a lifelong friend, somebody that you love and that you celebrate, and somebody that you want the best for. Now, you find out at your job that there's an open position for, you know, a skill set that you know that your friend has. Will you not offer it to them? Will you not share that information with them to try to help them to get to a better, you know, position, especially if they're not in the best position, or even if they are in a good position themselves? Just sharing that information lets you know that that person is not selfish, that person is not envious, regardless of what it is that they might have envy with, whether you look better than them, whether you dress better than them, whatever it is, they're not intimidated by you. And regardless of what the information that they provide to you will, you know, however that will help you pretty much in the long run, they're not intimidated by, I guess, your shine, and they're not intimidated by people, the way that people will perceive you. They're willing to share their all, they're willing to share their successes, they're willing to share their failures, they're willing to share all the information that they possibly can with you, because they want you to be the best version of yourself. So they're not intimidated by you in any way, and they're willing to help you to get to another level, and again, celebrate you along the way. So that's the second thing that I would definitely say to look out for. If you have somebody that just never really shares, you know, knowledge and information and connections with you, but they're better off with you, better off than you in a certain, I guess, aspect of your life, that person is probably very envious, and that person is probably intimidated by you and your shine, I guess I would say. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's definitely the second thing that I would say to look out for. If you have somebody like that in your inner circle, I would say cut them off. So that's going to be that. Now, the third sign that I would definitely say for you to look out for, and of course there's more than 3, but I wanted to touch on these top 3 signs just from me personally. But the third thing that I would say is that if you have somebody in your circle that is pretty much there to receive more than they're there to give. So I think that all 3 of these definitely tie in together, and of course these all can show up in different ways, just different people express themselves differently. So I would definitely say pay attention to the people that you have in your inner circle. But if you have somebody that's basically just always there to receive something from you, whether it's, you know, money, or whether it's your time, or just whatever it is, they're just there to soak up all of your energy, soak up all of your time, soak up all of your money, soak up all of your resources. But when it's time for them to be there for you, whether you're going through a tough time, or you need help in a certain area, or whatever the case may be, they never seem to be around. They're missing in action anytime you actually need them. Those people, I'm sorry to tell you, they're not people that you should consider a friend. In my personal opinion, if you have somebody that's in your inner circle that can't make time for you, to encourage you, to uplift you, to just be there for you, whether it's, you know, celebrating your successes or just helping you to get through your failures, that's not somebody that's really there for you personally. That's somebody that's there just to soak up as much as they can from you and just receive as much as they can from you, and they'll never be, you know, they'll never be accessible to you enough to actually give you their time the way that you need it. So honestly, as I mentioned to you before, if you have somebody like that that's in your inner circle, of course you can always initiate that conversation with the person if that's somebody that you've been friends with for a long time. I mean, I definitely think that it's always worth a try. The only thing that for me personally, I would always think that there's always some type of underlying or ulterior motive. I feel like once I recognize that energy in somebody, especially if you've gotten to know me and you've gotten to know the person that I am, to me, I feel like I make myself so open to people and to just being there for people that I feel like if I felt that type of energy from somebody that's a lifelong friend or somebody that I've been friends with for a long time, sorry about that, so somebody that I've been friends with for a long time, it just, I wouldn't be able to continue on with that friendship. Like, I would at least give it some type of a break. I would just kind of remove myself from the situation. But of course, everybody handles situations differently. It's just for me personally, I couldn't just initiate the conversation and just like act like everything's okay. Because to me, I feel like if you put yourself in a position where you're only receiving as much out of me as you possibly can, or you don't celebrate my successes, or you're just selfish with certain knowledge and information that can help me to better myself, that's not something that I can get over, because to me, I feel like you always put me in a position where you try to sabotage me. So that's not something that would be easy for me to kind of get over, because you would have to basically rebuild that trust again. So those are the 3 things that I would definitely tell you to look out for when it comes to kind of recognizing and determining if you have somebody in your inner circle and your personal life that is a fake friend or somebody that just basically is a hater. They're jealous of you, they're envious of you, they don't really want to see you win. And that's, like I said, for me personally, that's not somebody that I want in my circle. I have way too much family, I have way too many good, great friends that I've built over, you know, friendships that I've built over the years. For me to, you know, kind of entertain that, it's just a waste of time, space, and energy, and that's definitely not something that I'm willing to sacrifice for anybody. So that's just me personally, but like I said, if you have somebody that's been your friends for a long time and you want that friendship to work, of course I would say initiate the conversation, because you never know, they may not really recognize their own flaws, so you never know. But I mean, to each his own. But again, that's the 3 things that I would definitely tell you to look out for, just so you can at least recognize who you have in your inner circle, and just to kind of see exactly how you want to move forward with it. Because for me personally, I don't want to give too much of myself and too much of my goals and dreams and things like that to people that are not going to help to build me up. If you're going to try to tear me down or sabotage me, I don't need you to know my business, pretty much. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this information was informative. I hope that it was entertaining at the very least, but I hope that you guys understand exactly where I'm coming from with everything. But again, make sure that you do give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and also make sure that you do subscribe to my channel for more. As I said, I would love your feedback, so if you guys have any other signs that you would recommend, make sure that you leave it down in the comment section, and also let me know if you guys agree with the signs that I mentioned to you as well. So again, be safe, stay blessed, and remember to always treat yourself. Peace out.